It's Friday, July the 8th, 2022. We're in the semifinals of the world's 8v8 crew battles. Team Mexico and Caribbean is down 3 stocks to 1 against Team Japan. The world's best player, MKLeo, has taken 5 stocks with Joker, the character he played when he was at his most dominant in 2019 and early 2020. If he can just 3-stock tease Kazuya for Joker, he can be the anchor to an amazing comeback.
Being anchored by MKLeo.
Oh, no. Oh, no, not like this.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, I mean, Arson's there.
Hey, you're dead.
I mean, he was there until he wasn't. He was there until he wasn't.
And that was just on Friday. There was bedlam in Sin City throughout the entire weekend, and we finally got to see what many of the world's best could do when they're on the same stage. Chaos reigned at Double Down this past weekend, and we'll take you through everything you need to know. Proto Bantam was one of the undisputed best 2 players in Japan in the immediate aftermath of the COVID lockdowns. Proto finally broke out, won huge tournaments over the best players in Japan, and was one of those most responsible for the Min Min nerfs that took place. He beat Mutace and Sonics at the Smash World Tour Championships in December, and then followed that up by beating Dabuz, Tweak, and MKLeo at Smash Summit 4. But recently, he hadn't been that same level of dominant. That is, until this weekend. Proto was the 10th seed coming into Double Down. He used a mix of Min Min and Lucina to beat Ned, Bloom Forever, Jake, Ken, and take 2 of his 3 sets against MKLeo to win the tournament. His +6 SPR was tied for the highest at the event, and as the 10th seed, he is the lowest seeded player to win an American Super Major since Zachary won the Big House 9 as the 13 seed. In Grand Finals, Proto became the 3rd player to ever defeat the true Game 4 Leo, where MKLeo goes down 2 games to 0 and forces a Game 4, which is a feat previously only done by Mars at Smash Factor 8 and ESAM at Glitch 8.5. He even forced MKLeo onto Rob of all characters. Woo! Yeah! I love Rob! Yeah! Woo! Because according to Leo himself, I truly hate Min Min. The MKLeo Rob was fascinatingly aggressive and showed exactly why the character can work as a counterpick against Min Min, taking some brutally early stocks as Leo was able to force the reset. But Proto's adaptation was too strong, and he dispatched the Rob just before the clock turned to midnight on Sunday. Proto showed what a fundamental understanding of your character looks like, with crisp movement, reverse edge guards, and safe spacing that was too much for anyone to deal with. MKLeo, the best player in the world, used 4 characters in top 8, Byleth, Corrin, Aegis, and Rob, and none of them could handle Proto Bantam. For more on Proto's legendary run, keep an eye out for a deep dive on the channel later this week. But when it comes to Double Down, Proto's nearly once-in-a-lifetime run was just the beginning. Who is Dabuz? For the blind, it is the light. For the hungry, it is the bread. For the sick, it is the cure. For the sad, it is the joy. For the poor, it is the treasure. For the debtor, it is the forgiveness. And this weekend, he was once again the King of New York. Dabuz finished 4th with a +2 SPR, despite being on the wrong side of the 2nd biggest upset of the tournament by upset factor, as he lost to Las Vegas Bayonetta main Frog in pools. For those of you counting at home, that means he won 11 sets in losers to make it to his 4th place finish, including a grueling 8-set slog on Saturday just to make top 12. He beat Polar, Teaser, Cyro, Omart, Chag, Ned, Kurama, Sonics, Jackal, and Ken, many of whom are up for consideration on the soon-to-come PGRU V3 in an amazing losers run that was with Solo Rosa throughout all of top 16. Dabuz's losers run marks just the 7th time anybody has won at least 10 sets in losers bracket en route to a top 16 finish at a PGRU S or A tier equivalent event. He joins a list that includes legends like MKLeo, Zachary, and Gluttony, as well as New Jersey Crom and Diddy player and former PGRU member Rivers, and Dio, one of Japan's top snakes. Dabuz makes Rosalina, an often forgotten character, look like a serious meta threat. His movement, punishes, utilization of lunar landings, and ability to cover obscene amounts of space all at once are turning Rosa into a complex puzzle that most players have yet to solve. St. Louis Snakemane Apollo Kage has been on the verge of a breakout for a long time, with strong placements like 7th at Pound 2022, 3rd at Back in Blood 4, and 17th at Momocon, but he was missing that win. The top-level win that would put him into the conversation of best Snake player in the world. Well, he got that win this weekend. A resounding 3-0 sweep over Cola on the way to a 9th place finish, good for a +4 SPR. He also notched wins over Nature Yu, Jazo, and Varun, and was able to finish the tournament as the highest placing Snakemane over players like Shogun and MVD, often thought to be the 2 best snakes in the world. AK lost to MKLeo and Jackal, who had an impressive run of his own, starting from the 30th seed and running all the way to 7th with impressive wins over Deathspade and Ling before losing to T3 Dom in top 32. He then immediately had to play Nico, Riddles, Aaron, and Bloom Forever to make it to Sunday. The run continued into Sunday where he beat Apollo Kage and took Dabuz to 5 games, the only player in Dabuz's Loser's Warpath that could claim that. With another top 8 to add to his Super Smash Con Fall Fest 5th place, Jackal is making a strong case for the hotly contested title of Best Wolf in the world. Fellow 7th place finisher Jake had an equally impressive run, albeit mostly in winners, where he defeated Void, D-Dog, and Komei in an insane reverse 3-0 before losing to Proto in top 16. He then beat Gakt to secure his place in top 8, giving him his first top 8 finish at a tournament of more than 500 players since his 3rd place finish at Glitch Infinite. Now, the biggest secret behind Jake's run? Well, Jake had lost to 4 Rob players at his last 5 events of more than 500 players, but at this tournament, there were only 2 Rob mains in top 64, Zamba and Big Boss, and they finished 33rd and 49th respectively, meaning it was smooth sailing for the kid from Florida. Kansas Pac-Man Rocky finished 17th against a seed of 101 and earned a +5 SPR. He upset Send, SkyJ, and Louis Money on his run and only lost to Sonics and Cosmos. Anytime someone has a +5 SPR, it's impressive, but not all +5 SPR runs are made the same. Often players get lucky with upsets and DQs, but not Rocky. He took down 3 PGR level players, and his only losses came to 2 players who have won majors, making an insane breakout for the self-proclaimed Mashman. Despite falling to Apollo Kage in an unfortunately early matchup in round 1 pools, Jazo was able to run it all the way back to 17th, good for a +4 SPR. Jazo had to win 7 straight matches in Loser's Bracket to do it, including wins over Shattuck, Yoda Cage, Justice, and Axel, and that last one's going to sound way more impressive if you stick around, by the way, before falling to Gakt on the outskirts of top 16. Jazo is now placed top 32 at 3 consecutive majors, including Momocon and CEO 2022, with a combined +6 SPR across the 3 tournaments. The aforementioned T3 Dom's upset win over Jackal was the driving force behind his +4 SPR. Dom, who continues to make his case as the world's best Belmont main, was also able to defeat one of the top representatives of a character that has been a major demon for him, Yoshi. Before he ran into Jackal, Dom also took out former PGRU member Suarez 2-0. He would fall to Canon Karama for 17th place, marking his 2nd top 24 finish out of his past 3 S tiers. Another strong result to go with his 13th at Glitch Infinite. Similarly, the Dabuz upset powered Frog to a +4 SPR, as Vegas' premier Bayonetta took 25th following losses to Ned and British Bayonetta Bloom Forever. Frog's win over Dabuz was so shocking, in part because Dabuz had thoroughly dismantled Bloom's Bayonetta with a 3-stock in the crew battles the night before. Despite that, Frog was able to hold on for a 2-1 win, which was unfortunately off-stream. He would add another strong win over Washington State Pikachu main Hades before his run was over. On the topic of electric rats, French Pichu main Nature U was coming into Double Down with strong momentum from a 7th place finish at Colossal, or Colossal if you prefer, where he defeated Bloom Forever and Nighthawks. He finished 25th with a +4 SPR and got huge wins on Rhea, Mugen, and the ever-threatening
Oh, Nichan! Wow!
before falling to Base Mage in the rarely seen Pokemon Little Cup showdown. The most impressive run of the week arguably belongs to Axel, the Isabelle player from Georgia. Axel was seeded 128th, the very last seed to make it out of pools, and the last player to meet MKLeo in pools. He played Leo shockingly close, giving him everything he could handle in 2 close games in tough Isabelle matchups. But he'd almost beaten top players like that before, losing a Game 3 last-hit set versus Zamba at Momocon and losing to JW in a Game 5 situation. This weekend, however, was different. After he fell to losers, he beat Sandfall, a Shulk player, in a matchup that is every bit as hard as you think it is, then swept California, beating Bobby Wasabi, Ignace, and Varun all 3-0, with a 3-2 win over top SoCal Snake player AC sprinkled in. Now, people say that Isabelle is a worse version of Villager. Axel beats Bobby Wasabi. People say she loses to Swords. Axel takes out Marth, Meta Knight, and Shulk, and even looked comfortable against the best player in the world in MKLeo. If you're looking for a new low-tier hero to cheer on, Axel may have earned your fandom after a big run this weekend. Well, it is with a heavy heart that we report that, for the first time since the first week of June, there will not be a Smash Ultimate Major next weekend. But don't worry, we have plenty of stuff queued up for you good people at home. We'll be going into the massive upsets that characterized Melee at Double Down, diving deeper into Proto's historic win, and, of course, we'll keep you covered for Kagadibi 8 and Smash Factor 9 in 2 weeks, a pair of super majors taking place in Japan and Mexico respectively. Subscribe down below, follow us on Twitter, and stay tuned so you don't miss a second. I've been Kimona from PG Stats, and thank you all for watching.